Hustle hard in the morning light, shots are ticking through the night. Moji's got that golden sight, making profits left and right. Candlesticks, a dance we know, green and red like disco flow. Trading all day, don't let go, cash now wave and let it show. Success is calling, don't be late. With Moji we calibrate, stack that cash like we've got faith. In the market we'll create. Buy low, sell.
Hello, good morning, good morning. Uh, I'm back. I know I took a bunch of time off, but I am back. I had to reset. I had to do a bunch of. So here's the truth, So yes, the market's live. I really don't care right now, because when I show you this new process, you're gonna understand why. It doesn't matter what price does exactly at open. It's not in my process to trade. So, welcome everybody. My name is uh, Nick, but on here, my trading name, people call me Moji. That's my nickname. A bunch of my good friends gave me that great nickname, and it just stuck, especially in my martial arts life, my trading life. So, on here, I go as Moji. So, before I get into the markets, I got 5 minutes before I do any real analysis. Um, I just want to take these first couple minutes and say, I tried to do this live trading um, in a way that did not fit my personality. It didn't fit my who I am, and actually caused me to one, develop very bad habits in my trading, and then two, it just wasn't fun. So I like to live a life where I got a lot of joy and fun, man. Like you only got one life, so I like to live it in that way. And when this became too much pressure, I just need to take a step back. I had to refocus, and when I did, I actually, to my benefit, hopefully to a benefit of anyone who is listening, um, you're gonna see a nice process that I developed that has actually helped me get um, 2 months in a row of payouts. So that's a good thing. It's not a flex, but it's just understanding that when you're disciplined, you actually get paid. Actually, to be honest with you, on my glasses here, there's an inscription. I don't know if you can really see that or not. Let me just see. Which here. I have it as an inscription right there. It says discipline pays. I don't know how clear that's going to be, but maybe there you go. I have it in my glasses here because every time I look at it, discipline, and then just a reminder, these markets, you just need a whole bunch of discipline. So let me go through now um, my process. I'm going to go through it every morning. So you can catch this on the recordings and anything like that, and just how I do it. So I use indicators, and one company that I really like to use, I'm a part of. I've been a member of their Discord and a student and everything. Is the TWA indicators. So if you see below me here, you could join for live calls every day. They have two awesome, profitable traders who run those live calls. Uh, DC, which is one of my teachers, and Cloud, one of my very good trading buddies. Um, they're very good at calling out trades, calling out setups. So if you want the live signal calls and setups, go to this Discord, TWA Discord. They're calling out signals, New York session. So, you could look at here to get a preview, and then if you want the real signals, you go to that Discord. Um, so I'm just going to show everybody my process, what I look at. So there's a big three whenever I'm trading, what I'm looking for. The first thing is I'm looking at, don't worry about the candle coloring. That could be misleading. So don't worry about that right now. The big three is this dashboard up here, and I'm looking at session control. Number two is this dashboard label here, where it says bullish statement area. And then the third one is a TPO, which are these yellow, right now they're yellow lines. up at the top. So let me just move this over. So it's 1, 2, and 3. I use those 3 to help me figure out the direction, and to be honest, to figure out if it's a trading day or not. So on this live, if this doesn't change, then I would say I give it usually till about 10:15, 10:30, and if they're not changing, then it's a lockout. I don't trade that day. So yes, you're gonna have buy and sell. This is my trigger chart that you're seeing here. So you're gonna see a bunch of buy and sell signals, but using the big 3 helps me filter if I want to take them or not. So what am I looking at here? I see bearish, I see bullish, and I see TPO yellow, which means chop. So that's telling me right now, don't touch anything just yet. The short term, which is this one up here, the session control, is saying bearish. So that means you will see probabilities, you'll see price pushing to the bearish side. However, we have a bullish statement here, and that's, I guess you could say that's where the bulls would be sitting. And that's in the 2s. So we can actually push down to this area before it kicks back up. Now, if I know this, you say, hey, Mo, why wouldn't you take the short? Because of this TPO being yellow here, I don't like to enter in those. So I just wait. This has been the biggest help since my time off, is learning when to trade and when to just wait. And listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is gonna be a true raw trading live channel, right? So you're gonna see basically probably the most boring live trading show on YouTube on the planet, because this is how I really trade. Trading is boring. It's supposed to be boring. And then when the setups happen, like if things line up and I see a good setup, I'll take it and see how far I can ride it. And if it doesn't come, then I gotta, like yesterday, right? I traded yesterday. I didn't enter any trades because I did not like how my chart was looking. So I didn't like it. I was like, you know what? It's not worth the stress. Let me see what today brings. Today, it might be another day where from now until 10 to 15, it might stay like this. Just, if I'm looking at the DOM on another screen over here, just popping back and forth, that'll cut up profits like you would not believe. So I just wait. So what's the key here with this process? I'm just waiting. Just waiting to figure out what direction I want to go in, and the probability of smoothness, I guess you could say, right? You can have choppy or smooth. I like the more smoother days. So if I have to wait, so be it. I will wait. So that's why I'm saying this is going to be probably one of the most boring live shows you would ever see in your life. And I'm going to promote it as the most boring live show ever, because this is how I really trade. And it's literally a waiting game. It's a waiting game. Don't have to jump into anything. So that's basically it right there. In the meantime, I'll just put some music in the background because I just want everybody to hear. A little music in the background just to keep things a little. There you go. So we just got a little calming music in the background. So if you want to use this as calming music, you can. If right now it's just doing nothing but waiting. So again, if you want signals all day, every day, averaging anywhere from 30 to 50 points. In some cases, you can get 100 points depending on how you manage your trades. You go to this Discord, TWA Discord. That's where it is. DC and Cloud run it every single day. They're amazing. You go check them out, and they'll give you live. I've talked about live levels, when to enter, things like that. They are very, very good at it. Remember, trade at your own risk. Everything here is not financial advice. Blah blah blah. Okay, you're just watching some dude trade on the internet. Let's see. Pull up my Discord, see what's going on today. And we have news today at 10. So let's see what this brings. So let's see, what time is it now? It's 9:42. So far we've let's see, we're in the cheap box. That's that gray box you see there. Still bearish, bullish, yellow, and there's nothing there. I'm just letting my Discord people know that there's no trades yet. Yeah, so today I got an interesting day. I'm gonna trade in the morning. I got a hard stop at around 10:30. I have some meetings to take after that. Then, good news is it's the first day back to school, so the kids are in school today. So it's actually a regular, I guess a regular work day, where during the day. Hold on, I gotta concentrate a little bit. So what am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? Let's see. I got a level right. So we're stuck. So we're in a range. We're stuck in between two of these levels here. That's okay. Yep, not much to do. Yeah, as I told you, this is going to be a very boring. I'm gonna say it in Discord. Let's see, what do we got going on? So far, nothing's changed yet. All right. This is definitely going to be one of those boring ass days, man. Why is that? Why am I saying that, right? What? How do I know? Do I have? It's no magic. It's a process that I developed over the time off, right? Over the 3 months off. Chop price action. We have so we have a long signal, a bearish signal, and a bullish signal. It's a bunch of everything. So it's all over the place. What does that say to me? That says, you know what? I don't feel like getting chopped out of the. I don't want to give away my profits, right? I want something where if I trade, I want to trade with a good amount of contracts and not have to be like, biting my fingernails off. So, and I don't, since I'm here and whatnot, you can see on top here, I renamed the channel Trade, Travel, and Thrive. It's another thing I did because of when I took the time off, like I had to, if you're a trader, you understand this. If not, if you're new to it, this is good for you. Trading takes time. It's seriously like playing the game of baseball, where it's a long stretch. Like because there's so many things that you'll learn and get to hang of, and then you got to know yourself and all that stuff, right? And then you got to also be able to somehow relieve the pressure off your back every time you trade. That's what I had to do. So imagine if you're like a sports person, right? And you ever like hear like, oh, he's in his head, or she's pressing too hard or something like that. That happens with trading too, because you're trying to press for the green day, for the payouts, so on and so forth. So what I had to do is I actually had to go back and just, you know what, had to redefine what is it that I'm actually trading for, and that was hard for me to do. So, and then when I looked through and I did all the thinking, the reflections, and everything, well, you see that second one there, it says travel. I'm like, you know what? Let me do this. Let me just reframe this a bit, and let me take this trading game and just fund my travel account, bro. Like, like that's basically it. Let me just fund my travel account. Not the mortgage, just let me fund a travel account, right? And that's what I did. And like for this summer, I was able to take my family to Disney World. And I was like, damn, dude. Like, and it felt cool. It felt good because it's not like you're you know, not financial advice, but you know, I follow a system, and I didn't have to take from another place to pay for that. No, it came from my trading payouts and profits. And that's actually felt good because it's just also side note, I didn't use it all. Okay, obviously you have to have discipline, right? Discipline plays. That's the whole thing. Um, and I had a budget for the trip. I had the funds, more funds than I actually needed for the trip, which was great to see. Hold on a second. We're seeing some change here at 9:52. I'll get right back to the story. Just hold on. I see a change happening. All right. So you see on the top, if you can't see, I will tell you. On the top here, we have, let me see if I can expand this out a bit so it's a little clearer on the live. There you go. That should be easier to read on the line. So you see how this went from yellow to gray? All right, now something's cooking. That means price action is now not choppy. It's figuring out a direction. Now let's go back through that. So that's 1. Let's go back to 2. It has bearish control. So right now, you know, to go long when it's like this, the probabilities right now for me are not there to go long. Even though, yes, you know, you're at the cheap box and all that, I get it, and you had the triggers, that's fine. I'm not saying longs are out of the question all day. What I'm saying is for this moment, right now, long may not be the right play for me, okay, on my chart, what you're seeing here. And then this is bullish here. So now, when would I not look at this and look at this one more, right? Which one is more, which one's better, which one's this, which one's that? It's not rocket science. You take the information, right? And you have to see what's happening at your levels and on the chart, right? So what's happening here? Let's look back. You know, we had a sell sign. Oh, it dropped. But guess what? Look, it dropped, bounced, and it bounced, and it bounced again, and it bounced again, right? Now, let's see. You know, is it gonna bounce a third time and a fourth time until eventually it breaks through, or is it going to bounce heavy enough to push up? Now remember, we have news at 10 o'clock, right? So that makes it unpredictable. That understand, right? Once news comes, volume's gonna come, and it can totally blow this out of the water. So right now, it's a wait and see approach. Because a huge, like, I don't know, 50-point candle can come at 10:01 and everything can change. So right now it's just a wait and see. However, if you are a more aggressive trader, you're kind of seeing that, hey, you know what? These longs are starting to gear up a little bit, and maybe this will change. Let me look at it on this one. Yeah, like it's when I say look at it in this one, I have a higher time frame of this on off screen. This is a 30-second. This is just for entries only. This is why you see so many signals to enter and exit. Well, not exit, sorry, enter. Then I have a 3-minute, which is, I think, excuse me, I almost cursed, an absolute game changer because it gives you a longer view of these little BS candles. And look just what happened on top again. Did you see it? See the yellow came back? We're still on that chop. So don't lose your money. Do not lose your money. I don't care if you have to come here and just to see that top line to see if it's yellow. Don't lose your money. Please. Don't be stupid like how I was. You see that sucker yellow, just do something else, man. Get an energy drink. I like this one, Jocko Goes. Because to me, it's the same I don't like a lot of caffeine, so this is the same amount of caffeine as a cup of coffee, and I don't know, it has some other stuff in it, but it's low sugar. Let's see what we got going on. Yep. So far we've got nothing. So I've been on this stream for almost a half hour. Now one trade, and we almost had a change in the big three, but it went right back. So let me circle back now to the story about changing why I trade, right? And it all had to do with lifting the pressure off of my shoulders on why I take a trade. And what was happening before was when I was trying to trade for everything, I was too picky, too tight on my stops, and I didn't allow the trades enough room to actually work in my favor, because it's the worst feeling when you enter a trade and it goes in your direction, but your stop was too tight, or you took profit too early. So I had to give myself a little room, and that's why I relieved the pressure. So on this channel, you're going to see a lot of travel stuff. You're going to see a lot of, lifestyle things as well as trading, because, I do a lot of things. I do martial arts. I'm a dad of triple girls. Oh, today was the first day of third grade. I can't believe it. I actually started this trading journey when I think they were in kindergarten. So I can't believe it's already third grade. Today was the first day. Traffic was a mess. But anyway, so you can see straight travel and then thriving, thriving in everyday life mindset, man. You got to be strong up here to do anything. And it's a process, because I gotta tell you a quick personal story, right? I do real estate. I tried to do real estate full time. It was just too hard for me to do it full time, and with triplets at home, I just couldn't give the time necessary for the amount of production I wanted to do. So that's why it always felt hard. However, on a part-time basis, meaning just not taking as many clients, it's better. Like right now, I have 2 deals going on that are actually working very well. Hopefully they'll be closing soon. One, hopefully, I think will be closing this week, and the other one in a month. So, still working that. That's still my hustle. Hold on, and nothing changed. All right, yeah. So that's still my hustle. So you're gonna see a little bit of that on this channel. I love teaching and practicing the martial arts. Like you can even, it's in behind me here. It's one of my passions in life, because it's helped me so much, and it also helped my overall health. Okay, here we go. Let's see if something changes here. So you see that yellow candle here? Now this is a trigger chart, right? All these candles, red, oh, go short. Red to blue, oh, go long. When you see yellow on this, that also means prices are jumping back and forth. If you look at your DOM at the same time, you'll see it. It's just jumping like a freaking, like a trampoline. But so here we go. See, I called it. I knew it. I knew you're gonna get a big pop because of news. Let's see now if it's gonna change anything, and we can actually get an entry today. Let's see. Now remember, if you want real signals, like to the second signals, you gotta go to the Discord. You have to. There's no, like, if you want signals that are gonna be like to the second live, you have to go here, because every YouTube channel has a delay. But they don't tell you that. This is why you don't copy trades on YouTube. You never copy trades from YouTube. You just come here for a little education and see what's going on. But if you want live trades, you gotta go to the Discord. DC and Cloud do a great job in this Discord running this live, and you'll see them post 100-point trades. I joke around like they every trade they take is 100 points, but I would guess that they have a very, very high probability of getting to at minimum their TP1, which I believe is like 20 something points. So you got to check them out. They're so knowledgeable. They're really good at this, and they can really break down to the second of what they see and if they're getting in or not. On this channel here, I do more of the overall generic process, and if I find one, I will enter it. But it's gonna be I love being boring though. I love it. I love it. Cause it pays, man. It pays so much. Oh, it pays. And make sure to like, you know what I don't have? Let me see if anybody was on the chat. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I did this. I forgot what it looks like. What do we got here? All right, I think it's let's see if it changes. Let's see. So far, I guarantee you, people in the Discord are in a long. Because if you're just looking at price action, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it. Bang. Fired up. However, for me, oh look, there's a buy signal too. For me, it's just dangerous. I would trade like a practice or a eval account. You're just to test things out. But like my live account, like I have a live one on, not live, excuse me, funded one on Top Step. I would not trade in this. That's the difference. That's the biggest difference I learned taking a break. Like if this stuff doesn't match, then I ain't touch my life. Like I exit out. It's like no way. There's no way I'm putting that potential payout at risk. An eval I will, because to me they're evaluations, right? You have to practice it out, test it out. And is this market still acting like how it did when the TPOs were yellow and I tried to get in and it just went up 10 points and went back 10? Is it doing that? Or is it going up 7 and then going back 20? Like what's happening? That's a good forward practicing method with these evals. And know you're gonna blow that account. There's no pressure. You understand that you have that eval knowing that you're gonna blow it. Because you're testing out, you're forward testing new things. So if you have one, you get two, right? You have one to test, and if you blow it, who cares? The second one, okay, you take the notes from the blown one, and then you look at the new one and say, what worked, what didn't work? Let me just do on this one what worked. Okay, so we are still mixed. Wow, really? That was like so uneventful. Yeah, this might be the shortest power hour ever. Price might be looking to come down now. Let's see. Are we in that area? Ooh, we are. We are. Hold on. Are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, it's a bunch of nothing. Let's see what's happening on the daily. Yeah, bunch of nothing. When there's nothing to do, I just do more analysis on the higher time frames just to get a better idea of what I'm actually looking at. That's what I'm doing now. I'm gonna see, get some more info. Yep. Yeah. Bunch of nothing. So to me, looking at my process, oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That's this right here. See how this flipped to bullish now? All right. Now I can start looking for a bullish entry. Now we can start looking for bullish entry. Just give the signal. Now, okay. Now you're probably saying, Mo, how come you didn't go in when it said buy here, this here, that here? Because my process didn't say to. So now what do? Now I have, okay, session controls bullish. Bullish statement. I still have TPOs, but it's all right. Now I gotta wait for a bullish entry signal. So what am I waiting for? Let's see. The price could possibly hit back to here, and then push it back up. I need volume here. Like, see, like here, it was red to green. That's a good entry there for volume purposes. Here, boom, boom. So now you wait, and I'll wait again. At least now I have a direction to go in. Let me just make sure. Let's see. What we got cooking right now? The only thing that bothers me is this yellow TPO. What time is it? All right, so let's give this 4 minutes till 10:15. See if anything changes. I'm just hoping a little push down can happen about now. Yep. All right. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna search some. I gotta look at my emails, see how business is doing. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that one going. This. That's sent out. Look at that. See? See what this place does to you? Look at that. Yikes. Oh, and we gotta sell. Oh, okay. Yellow TPOs. Man. I love them and hate them at the same time. Because I love them because they actually keep me out of this garbage. Sometimes you want to trade, that's when you hate them. Like you just, I want to put a good trade in, but it's gonna be another day of no trading. That's gonna be. I didn't trade Monday, Tuesday I didn't put in a trade, and then looks like today. Still full on. I mean, everything's saying bullish, so let's see if this was the pullback we needed. I mean, it can go deeper too. It could go down to like the 340. Ooh, 340. That'll be nice. I wouldn't mind that. It could pull back all the way down to 340. I'm just looking at the DOM over here, and I could just see it just struggling. This is I told you, welcome to the most boring power hour ever. This is real trading. Let's see if this is a real long setup. But this is gonna end soon. So this is actually a good live today, because this is, to be honest with you, this exactly today is what has helped me to be more patient and profitable. Don't want to. Nope, there we go. There's a push. Push. Let's see if the TPO will start to see if it's just the pullback that we needed. Let's see. Yes, it is. There it goes. Here we go. Alright, so let's see. I took a eval long. Let's see if this actually works. Had a really quick trigger because the TPO is still yellow. It's the garbage of the TPOs. There we go. TPOs are now turned off. And hopefully they will after this. Yep, I think this was a good one. Let's see if it's looking to break past here, or if it's gonna come back. Now that one. This is why I don't like the TPO. This is exactly why. That's cool. All right, well, that was a nice little setup there. Could have scalped a couple points here and there. I did, but I'm done. Why am I done for the day? Because yes, I have matching dashboard, but the TPO is yellow. So that means that you see all how price jumped up and then pulled back, and then it's probably gonna chop its way up. However, I really don't like trading with the TPOs because it could be, in my experience, I find it a violent, like, let's say you're going long, right? Let's say it could jump up 10, 15 points, but then pull back 20, 25 points. So you're always getting this type of movement, even though it's going in your direction. To see the profit go up, down like this, that means either one, you have to reduce your risk so those profit numbers don't bother you, or you do what I do and just say, forget it, I'm going to wait until it's a little more smooth. And how do I know when it's smooth? Either these are off or in match the direction that I'm trading. So you see, it pulled back, it's going to pull up here, and then it's going to pull back again, go up and down. I don't need that stress in my life. Anyway, thank you so much. This is the first live back. I am done trading for today. I'll be back on tomorrow around 9:20. To be honest, I'd rather be on I think I might change that to just 9:30 because I don't enter trades usually just at the beginning of the session. I kind of wait 5 minutes, and that's a good 5 minutes. I could just let you know what's happening, let you know what I see. Again, if you want live calls, signals, you go to this Discord, you say hi to DC, you say hi to Cloud, and everybody else in there, Earthshot, everyone in there. They're awesome traders. They'll help you out, and they give insights on their charts and what they're seeing. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of you who are watching, and even those who are watching on recordings or watching later on X. Welcome to the most boring trade show ever. But to be honest, this is real. This is real trading, real discipline. My mantra is always discipline pays. So see everybody tomorrow. Later.